This meeting is being live streamed. Thank
It's
you.
true.
All right. Do. Okay, gonna mute that so I don't cause a crazy wild echo. And then I'm gonna share and I'm gonna copy. I'm not sure why it says private. That's not ideal. But okay.
Just for us.
This should be the thing that you can share with folks. So that's cool. And then I'll share that. And once we share all the things, we can actually start talking to the internet. This is so 2020 core.
Feeling those vibes.
Is that a genre of music, 2020 core?
I don't know. It could have. I don't know. If 2020 core were a genre, what would it be? Cool. So it says we're live. Yeah. Okay, cool. You cannot minimize the meeting. I wasn't trying to minimize the meeting. I was trying to maximize the meeting. Okay.
Maximals, maximize.
All right, cool. So we got that, and then I'm gonna just pull up on my phone. Okay, got it. Cool. So I can see the chat if anybody chooses to chat with us, but we will just boogie on forward. Hi, internet.
Hey, y'all. Hello.
This is the super chill 2020 core live stream chat talking about our new single Paid in Dogs. So I have my friend Michael Daughtry and my friend Jake Dewar, and
Hi.
we made a very silly song together. So we're gonna just chill, talk about it, and yeah, and just have a just have a good time. How are you guys doing today?
I'm alive.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm happy to be at the end of my week. I was just telling you guys, I literally just got off work and then jumped onto this podcast. I had a meeting, so I was just, I'm just going to set up everything during that, and did not pay attention because my brain did not want to work anymore. But I took some jelly beans, and now I'll be awake for a little bit.
Yeah. And so Jake and I are both in Chicago, and Michael's down in North Carolina.
Yes. Super hot down here, sticky, stormy in spots, and then 20 minutes later the sun's shining and it's 95 degrees again. So it's my favorite time of year musically. Weather-wise, maybe not so much, but you know, this is a really cool time of year, especially a good time of year to get paid in dogs.
A good time of year to get paid in dogs.
Yes.
Yes. Which
the dog days of summer, right?
The dog days of summer when you're getting paid in dogs. Yeah. So let's just jump in and we'll just talk a little bit about okay, so here's how Paid in Dogs came to be. It was actually around this time last year. I was home visiting my family, and my dad was telling me a story about how when my grandpa was first starting out in his career, he was working on somebody's will, and he was paid he was given a golden retriever puppy in exchange for doing somebody's will as like a pro bono project. And that was the first dog that my grandparents had together. And this was extremely cool because like I greatly admire my grandpa. He did the dang thing as far as like building, he did the dang bootstrap thing. Like he made a career for himself, and he like really was an absolute mover and shaker. Great, just awesome human. And it was just really funny to me to find out that early in his career, he was once compensated in a dog.
True story.
Much in the same way as when I was like first starting out, like getting paid in like a band tab, you know. And so my comedy songwriter brain jumped about 5 steps and was like, this is a country song, clearly. And then I was like, and obviously I need to work with Michael on this project. And Michael and I were internet friends. And then we met at the CD Baby conference. And I was like, we went out to lunch and I was like, hey, we've just met in person. I have a song idea for you.
And I was like sold. As soon as she started talking about her granddad, I was like, can I be the granddad? Like,
I was like, can you be my granddad?
Getting a whole point of view perspective thing. I mean, you know, because the lawyer, even though now I'm trying to remember, was your granddad what area was he from your area or like,
Iowa?
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, Iowa still it's rural, right? I mean, would you go at least just say kind of a, you know, so it's like it wasn't too far of a stretch. This was and plus the whole when Gail started talking about you know, getting started and the whole entrepreneurial spirit, I mean, what DIY artists like ourselves, we're just like, this is easy stuff. This is like, who can't relate to this, you know, like doing whatever it takes, even getting paid in dogs, you know, just doing whatever it took.
Sometimes you gotta get paid in dogs.
It's a thing.
Yeah, and then I brought Jake into the project because like we were doing a barter.
Yeah,
Getting
that's literally
paid in
just how it timed out.
songs.
I had another song I was working on that I'm like, I need a pianist for this track. Would you like, I'll do something for you if you do keys on this song. I'll do guitars and something else. So yeah, it's also my second song with Gail that required canine related Foley. So
Yeah, so I've been joking like Jake is my dog guy.
There you go.
and I don't have any dogs myself, so I'm not a dog guy. I'm just Gail's go-to dog guy.
Yeah, it just needs some dog vocals.
And
Those
I did
got
8
covered.
of them on this track,
Okay.
and my wife heard me record every single one of them.
And how is that for her?
She's used to it by now. We've been together for like 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I it's a sort of thing where I'm just like in here like making my weird sounds and Sam's just like, oh, I have noise canceling headphones. It's fine.
Yeah. She's an actress. She gets it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Which we should talk a little bit because I don't know, Michael, if you've heard the story of Jake and I recording the dog song.
Mm-hmm.
Refresh my memory. You may have, but
Oh,
you know,
right.
that during that lunch we had
Yeah.
last year, it was like was it 2 years ago?
Oh, it was a year ago.
Holy.
It'll be a year ago
Okay.
in August.
Woo! All right,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's okay. But
I don't know what time is anymore.
I
I don't know what time is anymore.
What is this time?
So Jake and I recorded so the dog song has existed since 2017, but I went to actually record it with Jake producing and stuff in March.
No, it was March 2020. It was
March
right
of
before the
2020.
lockdown.
Oh,
you were the
oh
last
my.
person in our apartment for a very long time.
Fun fact.
Yeah, no, it was like right as everything was starting to like shut down, and I was like, no, but I have this recording session, and
Wait a
so we
minute.
were like there, and we were like anxious, and like it was very, very much like
Yeah, and Kelly and I were checking with each other. We're just like we're okay if it's Gail. She's like, yeah, we're okay if it's Gail. Other people maybe not so much, but Gail's fine.
Wow.
What an honor.
Not saying who.
Right. Risk assessment, right? Is Gail worth
Yeah.
the risk assessment? Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that as a level of like. But yeah, so we were recording it, and then when we got to, I feel like that energy inspired a lot of the choices in the dog song,
Maybe so.
like the slide whistle and the
Yeah, just the general silliness of the song. Very
yeah
cartoony nature of
Yeah.
it. A lot of sound effects, and you
Yeah.
and me just belting some dog vocals
yeah. Get about those
to a
dog
waltz
vocals.
tempo.
Yes. Yeah, and that was such a good time. Oh my gosh.
It was a good time. I was just getting used to recording with Reaper at that point too, which now I actually have a more ideal setup,
Mhm.
like in a room, as opposed to
Yeah.
makeshifting in the living room or in the bedroom I had. So yeah, you're kind of a guinea pig and sort of figuring out that aspect of the process. And then I was doing it by myself for a couple of years.
It's a good way to learn, though. You know,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for
plenty of
sure.
time on your hands there.
Yeah, no, that was the thing with like with lockdown. It was just like, oh, I guess it's time to figure out how to just make stuff regardless, right?
So yeah, I've got to mention too. So Gail and I were talking about. I don't know if this was a meta thing or so Facebook and Instagram. Like now, recently, for people who don't know, recently they've made it to where you can pick what part of a song you can put in your post in your content to showcase the song, or if it's someone else's song, the part of the song that you like. So I picked for my official, hey, Paid Dogs is out today. I picked The Bridge because Jake's dog barking placement in the bridge makes me smile every time. So musically, for my music geeks, it's on the 4, and it's just like don't the roof, don't the roof. So I mean, I'm musically, I am so happy every time I hear that. So thank you, Jake.
Oh, you're very welcome. I if I have to be complimented for one thing, I suppose that I'll take the dogs.
It's like the
Not
dog
my attempts
placement.
at doing pedal steel
Oh
bending.
yeah, oh
on my
yeah, there's that.
Telecaster.
Yeah, the leads
I
are
mean,
great,
the lead is also
the-
pretty rocking, but the
but the dogs.
you should also know that if when you ooh
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
This is the telly I played on the song.
There it is.
Yay.
amazing.
I've tracked many songs with this. It comes out. I've always been happy with how it comes out. These guitars
I
track really,
mean,
really well. They're very
yeah.
versatile. They stay in tune really well in my experience.
That is so important.
Yeah, but it had the I mean, the bridge pickup in the telly, that's sort of like, that's regarded as like the country twang.
It
So
really,
it was,
needed that.
it was a no-brainer to use that.
We
on this
needed
song.
that.
Yeah, it was oh my god, it made me so happy. And like the dog vocals, like I think the minute they came in, I was just like like
And I had fun sort of just balancing the idea of like, okay, they're going to be harmonies, but they're not going to be super in tune.
yes.
But that's the thing with gang vocals, the less in tune they are, the bigger they sound. So it just sort of added to the humor of it all.
It was so
Yeah.
silly.
Makes us.
Um,
It made it. It made it.
Oh my gosh. So y'all, I can screen share this session so that we can kind of look at it with the audience here.
Let me get in character. Fancy. Ooh.
Fancy.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Oh, sorry.
That's fancy. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jake.
Your
Stay in your lane, Jake.
motivation. Also, I need- Brr.
I
Okay.
love it.
Zoom audio. There we go.
Logic.
Logic Pro.
Logic Pro.
It's Logic Pro.
We're already
You
going
guys are
insane.
great.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So yeah, hey audience, we're just gonna let this thing run. And yeah, so you can kind of see what this all looks like. But then maybe we could talk about what's going on with these dog vocals. Let's see. I'm gonna
Ooh.
there we go. Okay.
Fresh out of law school and pursuing my dream, working for whoever would pay. Wet behind the ears and I'm learning the ropes, trying to line things up the right way. A fella came up to me, said, I've got the perfect job for you. I'm just a little short on bread. But I got this litter of purebred corgis. Can I pay you in dogs instead? Getting paid in dogs. Getting paid in dogs. When you're making your name, it's a crying shame. Getting paid in dogs.
So many years later, setting out on my own, just like my grandpa did.
Yes, she did.
Living that musician life and doing the things I wanted to do since I was a
Way
kid.
back.
One day I got booked at a tiny dive bar on the other side of town.
That's a long haul.
They said, "Hun, you're kinda new, but here's what I can do. I can pay you with 3 beagles or 1 Shiba Inu."
Getting paid in dogs. Getting paid in dogs.
Arranging.
When you're making your name, it's a low down shame. Getting paid in dogs.
There goes that bridge.
Here it is.
A retainer for a retriever.
A song for a shepherd. Oh, I played a wedding for a
Oh,
poodle.
that's fancy.
Business is booming, but I'm sad to say you can't pay the bills without the shine for
Be careful what you wish for and how you get paid.
Once you're paid in dogs, the foundation is laid.
To build a reputation, it's hard to undo.
And now your house smells like a big old Shih Tzu.
Getting paid in dogs. Getting paid in dogs. When you're making your name, it's a crying shame. Getting paid in dogs. Getting paid in dogs. Getting paid in dogs. When you're making your name, it's a doggone shame. Getting paid in dogs.
Hey, Michael, do you have change for a chihuahua?
I tell you.
I didn't know if you would keep all of those in or not at the end. Just like I'll just keep going.
Oh, no.
They'll cut this out. You did not.
No.
I love that.
I think I cut some. I probably cut some of them, but like, no, I was just like, no, this is great.
Yeah, and speaking of things to cut, like
Yeah.
there was something that it broke my heart a little bit to cut, but at the same time, I knew that I know just enough about production and everything to know like it needs to be cut. Like, so part of my character had one of those like sort of older person thistly whistle things like that. And it just was like, yeah, Zig was like it was just like I did a take and she was like, it's just not working.
No, because it was freaking me out. Because like my audio engineer brain was like, wait, no, what is this?
And it was
Sound like
sometimes
the Family Guy character,
pretty
a little too
much.
maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it would come in 2 seconds later, and it's just like a nightmare production wise. Like, so
Yeah, no, it was that was the first vocal take where I was just like, this is great. Please control your S's.
Control.
A de-esser can't fix this.
No,
I know. I like
not even close.
the rabbit hole I went into where I was just like, I can't.
But
First
once
take's
again,
usually a warm up anyway.
yeah, once
Yeah.
again, the warm up. It was the warm up. It worked. I'm so glad that take was not, because even if the S's were de-essed,
Yeah.
which couldn't be done because
Yeah.
it's just like there's only so much that you
A
can
few other
fix.
factors at play. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but even if not, like I felt more confident. Glad that we went in a couple of times and
Yeah.
made sure that it was done. I mean, that's part of the process. Even with a comedy song, and sometimes especially with a comedy
Yeah.
song, like like certain things. This is my first quote unquote comedy song. So like this was a fun experience. I've learned a lot.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
I'm curious, like how is it how is the comedy songwriting process for you different than your normal like songwriting process?
There are things that there's like a palette of emotion for me that like I was able to tap into, just because a lot of my personal writing is not like I don't tell like the story that was sort of brought on originally anyway. And then so it's like you've got this humanity aspect, but then at the same time, like there are these dogs going on in the background and everything, so it's like it was, I don't know, like just
The balance between the humanity and the sincerity. Yeah, the comedy and the
yeah,
sincerity.
yeah, because at the same time, like there's some reality here, and it's not just complete ridiculous, but this situation is ridiculous. So it's like writing from so musically, and I really went into the sort of the Randy Newman kind of feel of
Mhm.
things, how things can be kind of absurd but really sincere at the same time. So that's
It's
where
sort of the comedy idea. Yeah, expressed musically. If this is true, what else is true, or what else can be
right,
true?
like
Right.
how
Yeah.
about like this sort of this kind of the conversational, like how about that, like like okay, that
Am I
happened.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So it was quite different than like because like Gail knows the song that I'm currently promoting and the current release
It's
is
charting. That's
yeah, and
charting.
charting. Yeah, it's charting. It's doing pretty well. But it's a sentimental song. And in some ways this is sentimental, but just in a completely different way,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm,
quite a few differences with the process for sure.
yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is a fun question. I don't want to aim this at Jake, but also Michael as well. So one thought about this song is I like this idea of working with different songwriters I know and collaborating with them on like the Goblin version of their genre. So Jake, if you could collaborate with one musician and write a comedy, the Goblin version, the comedy version of their genre, who would you collaborate with?
Oh, that's a good question. Like, I mean, the my immediate first thought is like, who are other musical comedians I'd want to collaborate with that
Yeah,
I don't know, but you mean just like serious
yeah, like it's like a
writers?
serious, like a not musical comedian, and then you write a comedy song with them.
Oh man. There's a couple that come to mind. I know there's some musicians that definitely have a good sense of humor and probably open that kind of collab. Um, do you guys know Kate Miller Heidke?
Maybe.
She's an Australian singer-songwriter. She can sing in pop and operatic styles. She's
Oh,
like
cool.
a soprano. Um, I would love to work with someone like that and just, I don't know, do fun genre bending things and have some like genuine, like emotionally powerful music, but then have some kind of absurd premise behind the lyrics. I do lately want to trying to get back into like blending the comedy and have like, some more heart behind what's going on, in the song itself.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I don't like to explicitly say I'm a comedy musician because I do want to experience the full spectrum of human emotions, but then also like it's definitely the funny is part of it, my humor is part of it, but like, you know, I want to allow that depth
Yeah,
for
as an
sure.
artist in general, no one wants to paint themselves in a corner too much, right? I mean, who
Mhm.
wants to do that? I mean, well, some people want to do that, and if that's what they want to do, but it's kind of boring. Most artists are pretty easily bored, you know.
We're always
I have
yeah,
no
we're always
problem with the
looking for
comedy label, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I do a lot of things. Like
Right.
I'm an actor. I produce music of many different genres,
Yeah.
and I'm
You
a
wail
mixing
on the
engineer. So
guitar.
it's
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's all these things that kind of
yeah,
like come together somehow.
yeah. Michael, who would your genre bend with?
Oh gosh. I got asked what genre. So when you say genre bend, you mean like somebody like from sort of outside of what I
Yeah,
normally do.
outside of what you do, like.
I'm really drawing a blank there. That's like, I'm so like prepared for when people say like, what do you sound like? How do you, describe your sound and things like that. But as far as someone outside of my genre, gosh, I feel like I'm just drawing a blank.
Jack
Here
Black.
I am.
Yeah.
What?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Black.
He's a good one. He is a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like a lot of modern, and see, I can't even think right now like who are funny people? Who are funny people? I don't know. Who are these funny people?
Reggie Watts.
Reggie Watts.
Reggie
is funny.
Watts. Ooh,
Reggie
that'd
Watts
be
is
fun.
good. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, and you do like a lot of like you have like a lot of like funk inspired stuff too here and
That's
there.
true.
So that
Yes.
might be.
I'm taking notes. Y'all are answering my questions for me, and I am here for it.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not doing like too much of a dog deep dive today. I kind of just like chilling, but
glad.
I will say, going back to the fun, like the weird moments of making the thing. I will tell you, there was one point when I had too much reverb on those dogs, and it was like the most cursed thing ever.
You were kind of living the reality of the character.
Yes.
There's too many dogs here.
Too many dogs.
Too many dogs. Too many dogs.
dogs.
So does anyone, this is for the older folks, but at the same time, some people hear it every year on Christmas stations, the whole Jingle Dogs thing.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
I'm obsessed with that, because there was always one bark, because whenever they did that, the technology must have just been like pretty archaic.
Oh, you're talking pitch corrected barks?
Yes, there was always this one that was like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was like the low one was just like, whoa, like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Gotta
Y'all just check
fix
it
the
out.
formant shift on that one.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like when the technology, when the bad, not bad, but when the old technology sort of makes things like even funnier than they're supposed to be, kind of thing. That's just, y'all check out Jingle Dogs if you're ever searching YouTube for funnies.
Well, now it's easier to just like fix that part of it, the formant shift, making it sound more demonic or more chipmunky, dark or bright.
right.
That's how I like to think of it.
So there's so many avenues you can go down into the dog barking recording universe. I don't know.
The dog barking recording universe. Yeah.
In the
Well,
field.
I'll
Yeah.
have to get a sample pack from Jake. Like
Nice.
dog samples.
I mean, you've got those.
I probably could just make it.
You could just take the stems.
Oh yeah.
I
There's your dog
Make
takeaway.
a doggy dubstep drop.
Once you have the
Okay.
stems, you are master.
Well, dubstep's dead, but we'll bring it back.
we'll bring it back with dogs. Well, and also the cat keyboard. I'm gonna have to. One of my goals is to get a pickup installed in the cat keyboard, so that I can do. Because once that happens,
The sky's the limit.
it'll get real cursed up in here. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Cat guitar solos and more.
Cat keyboard solos and more. Well, y'all, this is. I'm just so excited about this song being out in the world, and it sounds like we've been getting some really interesting like feedback. I think my favorite was they were just really happy about the rhyme with Shibu Inu, which I don't really know if 3 beagles to 1 Shibu Inu is a fair exchange, but
There are 6 people listening to it right now on Spotify.
Oh,
Just
well,
FYI.
well,
Yeah,
that's
You can
gone
track
up.
that?
That's gone up. Yeah, we're tracking.
You're getting your numbers a bit more than I am, so I don't know what's happening. on
Spotify
mine.
for artists.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
on? So I mean, maybe I'm just on a really hot Wi-Fi or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. You're kind of a big deal with your.
I'm obsessed too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's just do a quick round of like what all y'all are up to, so other folks can keep track of what you're into, and then we'll just close it out. So yeah, Jake, you've got your show coming up.
Yes, yesterday I did the first rehearsal of a musical I wrote and I'm directing called Rich People in Space. It's an anti-capitalist musical, and it's going to be
Love it.
performed, Thursday nights in September at the Bughouse Theater here in Chicago. Tickets are $15, and it's really just based heavily on my experience working in customer service, my love of character-driven sci-fi shows like Star Trek, and my hatred of the systemic problems of capitalism. It's a dark comedy. Come see it.
I've been meaning to say, not to get you off track, but when the submarine stuff was happening, I was just like, oh, Jake, like I wanted to be like,
Yeah, I didn't catch wind of that initially, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is, I mean, it's more there's like there was a reality show where they're sending celebrities into space, and like I can't remember what it's
Whoa.
called, but it's like, yeah, this is becoming even more
Art in
relevant
life.
since I started writing it.
Yeah.
it just becomes more and more relevant. But yeah, that's a great script, people. So definitely check
Yeah,
it
killer
out.
cast, killer crew of people.
Yeah.
Buddy Robbie Ellis is the accompanist and music director, and yeah, a whole bunch of really talented people involved. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would love for people to see it if you're in Chicago or just stopping by in September.
Yeah. And Michael, you've got a couple things happening,
Oh,
right?
you know it, Gail. So Nothing Special is the current release. We're doing a media-based radio campaign, and it's doing really well. It's doing better than we thought it was going to do, which is fantastic news. So everybody keeps streaming it, purchase it. It's a really sweet song, kind of a universal theme. I have a new single coming out July the 16th called Starting Line, so people can pre-save that now. Actually, today, July 7th, is also the first day that you can pre-order the EP that these songs are on, called Other Side, and that is being released August the 25th, but you can pre-order that EP now. So
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Stuff going on. Yeah, and as for me, so obviously the song's out. I've got some performances coming up I have a show tomorrow in Chicago at the Access Contemporary Music's Ravenswood location, doing some family-friendly songs in the cafe of the music school I work at, so yay. And then I'm doing bands on Broadway in August, so if you are on my Gale Mail list, you can keep track of what's happening with that. That's on my website. Sign up for Gale Mail. Yeah, and then other than that, and also I have a musical that I'm working on as my day job this summer. Is I'm working at After School Matters. Both of my jobs are like one letter apart acronym wise, so that's fun for me. I have After School Matters and Access Contemporary Music. Anyway, at After School Matters, I'm writing a musical with teenagers based off of the story And Tango Makes Three, and they will be performing at the Steppenwolf Garage Space on August 4th. So it is technically a truth that I have a musical premiering at Steppenwolf on August 4th. It's a 45-minute children's musical, and we're renting the space.
Still counts.
Still counts.
Yeah.
So those are the things that are happening here. But yeah, well, thanks to those tuning in, catching the replay, and yeah, go listen to Paid in Dogs. All right, this is so fun, guys. Da 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 da.